Norman Parke, backstage, let's call it backstage, KSW 38. Well, you won it, you got it. I would say that for the person who's visiting KSW the first time, maybe it's not the best impression because this is the first time, this is a much more smaller event, but obviously you have some experience, you've seen KSW, so what's your impression so far?
Oh yeah, the fights have been great, you know. I understand this is a smaller show, but they're building up to the stadium show here in a few months' time. So it's a nice setup. It's good to kind of come here and get a good feel for whenever I come and return in a few months. But the most important thing for me was to come and see my opponent. You know, he liked to talk on interviews on social media about this. But when we were face to face, and eye to eye, I looked straight through him and I could see a different type of person, you know. I could see someone who was a little bit nervous, you know, but he seems to think that I'm not his toughest fight, but he knows for sure I'm his toughest fight. On paper, for sure. Not even on paper. Period, I'm his toughest fight. And I've got a great feeling that I'm going to be the new KSW lightweight champion.
Mateusz said that right now you need to, I mean, his opponents need to earn to fight him. How did you earn to fight him?
Well, I fought better guys. I faced the better opposition. Plus, he's never faced someone like me. He's always faced someone who's like a striker or just a grappler, but no one with the takedown defense like me or grappling. And that way, you know, I feel like in the grappling exchanges and the takedowns is I'm the strongest opponent that he has faced, and I know that he has taken advantage of that. Where wrestling, where he's good at against his opponents, that's how he's won all his fights. But I don't think he'll be able to take me down and dominate me like the way he's did his previous opponents. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than he thinks, and I could tell by looking at him. I could tell that he was feeling pressure up there. Because why? Because I told him the truth, you know. He knows, he's been to training an American top team, he knows the guys I faced, he's trained with them, he understands the levels, you know. There's certain levels in mixed martial arts, and he could be alright in the UFC, he could be like mid-tier fighter, you know, but I'm a real bad matchup for him. I'm coming to spoil the party.
You, obviously your goal is right now Mateusza Gamrota and the KSW belt. But since you've been in a top league, first league, UFC, your overall goal is to do what? Like travel around the world, or you know?
Yeah. This is new to me now. This is a new chapter in my career. So I've had 2 fights since the UFC. I've won them, not best performances, but I've got scraped by them. But this here motivates me. I'm motivated now for a big fight like this. You know, a big show. It's like. This is going to be one of the best memories of my fighting career ever, so it's going to be one to put in a memory bank for sure, and to come out in Poland in front of what 55,000 plus fans. That's going to be a humbling experience. But I'll relish the moment. You know, I'll go out there, I'll take some boos, but that's part and parcel of the sport. But I've been into a deep enemy territory so many times. I've got all these different experiences over my opponent that he has never had before. He's had the comfort of fighting in front of his home people every time, so it's like it's all set up for him to win every time, but not no more. This is where the guy loses, the home guy loses, and it makes him a better fighter after that. So I'm coming to learn him how to progress in his career. He'll come back better after this defeat, you know, and we'll have a rematch after that. But I believe I will be the champion. Every day I'll be the champion. I'll be the champion. On May 27th, I says it to him to his eye, and he just went yes, because he knows.
You convinced me. We'll see if you convinced Mateusz.
Yeah.
But I was watching very carefully your negotiations with KSW, and it reminds me of a ping pong. You were, you know, exchanging blows. But I want to ask, how was the negotiations? How did you feel? Are they as pro as you thought they will be?
Oh yeah, it was simple. It wasn't that. The fight was always going to happen. Anyway, it's just a couple of things where they wanted me, parts of my management wanted me to get UFC clause in my contract, but I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care fucking about. I did that. I've been to the UFC, did all that, you know. So that's not that don't motivate me no more. Now that we got this big show, KSW, huge promotion, they're looking to step into Europe, like deep in, they're looking to come into the UK and Ireland, so this is something new. They like to put on a good show. Great shows, the entrances they put on the fighters is spectacular, so to be a part of that, and it's something different for them, you know, it's everyone's bored, oh, Polish champions, and KSW Polish champions. Let's get Northern Irish champion, oh, something different, spice it up a little bit, and then they can come into Ireland, or we can come into London, or wherever, you know, I can play both cards, no problem. So I got a good feel about this, you know. I knew about it once the opportunity came up. I says, okay, let's talk about it. Let's call him out. Let's see what he wants, and he talks. But when I see him face to face, he was a different person. So I read that. I'll use every advantage and every experience that I got to my advantage to beat him.
And finally, after you signed KSW, what was it like in Northern Ireland or UK overall? How did your fans react?
Oh yeah, they understand it's a huge promotion. Some people don't know too much because KSW mostly just stay in Poland, but I've been following them for a lot, and people in the fight game understand KSW, but general fans, like, some don't really know, but they'll know now. They'll know now after I get the belt, then they'll look them up, and then they'll be saying, okay, this promotion is for real. So, and now, come into my home country. Let's have one show in my home country. Defend the belt in my home country. I don't know, fight some other Polish guy, and then we'll make a rematch.
KSW owners, they always say that they like fighters who can mix fighting skills and show. So how do you like the show part?
Oh, the show has always been there. Like, I watched KSW when I was like about 7 years ago. The show was always there. Like, the walkouts, unbelievable. Like, real entertainment, and you got to add that into the sport. Nowadays, the sport's changing. You know, you got to adapt and be able to move forward. So it's not like fighter just walks out, they fight, whoa, blah blah blah, all over. You got to make it entertaining for not just the MMA fans, but general public. Get them more interested. Like, you got Mariusz Pudzianowski, former strongman, coming across, bringing all his former people who watched him in a strongman competition, so they all watch it. Then you got the rapper dude Parke who's fighting. That's a huge fight, but most people, to the MMA fans, it's just a normal fight, but to general people, it's a huge fight. You know, they don't really understand, but it's like a freak show, but in a good way. And then you got there's like 5 title fights the whole way down. It's like the Coliseum. It's a perfect way to put the show. It's just like you get UFC big shows, 2-1, 2-2. This is just the ultimate for KSW. So I'm glad to be a part of that, and I'll do everything in my power to bring that belt. To bring the belt home. I will bring the belt home 100%. Jim knows.
Mehmet. And do you think you'll bring some fans from Northern Ireland here to Poland?
Yeah. There's going to be about a couple of hundred people coming across.
We have a lot of space at the stadium, so.
Yeah, there's going to be about a couple of hundred people coming over to support me. But back home, they're I train with some Polish people as well, like boxers. So they've been doing some translation for me and videos. So it's the Polish community back in, you know, and where I'm from in Northern Ireland, even North and South, and the UK though also, it's huge, it's big, you won't believe how big it is, it's crazy. So these guys all know about the fight back home, so they'll all be watching it for sure. And this is a new step. This is where they get a new champion. You know, this is where a new champion breaks away, and the Polish are like, yeah, we need it to spice this division up. You know, we need a new champion. Mateus, good guy, good looks, everything, but they need something different, you know. And then we'll have a rematch if that's what happens down the line. But
so
I'm taking that belt for sure. So I don't know where he is. I want him here, you know. I don't know where he is. He left. He's away. He's gone. He's gone.
It would be good if he would be here, but he's not, obviously. But I cannot wait for everything you'll bring to the table. Thank you very much.
No problem.